Every company has a strategy, but the strongest ones have something deeper, a culture built by people.
My name is Einstein Yunusa. I am an Associate Vice President with the finance team at Cowrywise.
My name is Eno Izomo. I lead customer experience at Cowrywise.
People management at Cowrywise, for me, the way I'll describe it is my style is simply entrusting. So I typically entrust those I work with tasks. I trust that they'll be able to see their responsibilities through from start to finish, and I seek out opportunities to help them develop. Right? Typically at Cowrywise, I find that most people are able to take on their responsibilities really well and typically require little to no supervision. I can say that for most, if not all, Cowrywise employees.
My overall approach to people management is, in one word, people centricity, right? Essentially, what that means for me is that I value the people that get the work done. And by valuing them, what I mean is empathizing with each person's strength, understanding what it means for them, and using that strength and building on that strength really to enhance their deliveries on their day-to-day jobs. One of the ways I create a safe space for my team is basically emphasizing the need to come to work in their truest forms, right? Not necessarily dissociating themselves from the work that they do, right? So I don't have to pretend to be someone else at work. I can come to work being my full self, right? So if I'm comfortable wearing certain things, for instance, I can come to work looking like that. I don't have to necessarily pretend or be a new person at work, right? So emphasizing that my colleagues and my team members can come to work as who they really are, as really help them to feel safe and seen in the workspace.
For policies and practices that I have introduced, I do not exactly think that I have introduced any policy. Right? What I would say is, at Cowrywise, the culture has enabled me to be expressive, and it has allowed my work style, right, to flourish. So with the people at Cowrywise, it's very easy to have conversations with them, and the reason is simple. They are mostly, if you check our values, they are people who they're outspoken, they are able to, they always try to do their best work. And so it's really simple to get them to have conversations that matter around like the workplace. So I would not say I've introduced any specific policy or practices. I'll just say that it sort of aligns with the way I would typically want to work with people.
Some practices we've introduced on the CX team have been around ensuring that people take their time off seriously, right? So for context, the CX team is very fast-paced, right? You have KPIs to meet, you're juggling like multiple tasks and multiple projects. It can get really overwhelming at times. So taking time away to breathe, to catch your breath, has been something that we've seen improved the overall life of an average CX person at Cowrywise, right? So, and this is not just in terms of like paid time off, including simple things like break times during the work hours, right? So taking time to really dissociate from the work, catch your breath, interact with colleagues, share a meal, things like that have really improved deliveries on the team. Something else would be team bonding activities that we've explored together as a team to just help us be more cohesive and be more into each other, be more intertwined really, has also improved the overall team and even individuals on the team. So one of the ways we've ensured that our new team members get fully integrated into the system is by instituting something we call the buddy system, where a new team member is paired with an existing team member to sort of guide them and handhold them for a few weeks, a few months into the system. What that does is they have someone they can always fall back on, someone they can always call on if they have questions or if they need help with anything on the team, right? And we've seen this work remarkably well, where new team members have a person, a point of contact of some sort that they can run to if they need help. Something else we do, and this even starts right from when we're like interviewing employees, we sort of make them feel welcome. We explain as much as possible on the processes of the team, such that when they come on board, they have that soft landing of some sort, and it's easier for them to get fully integrated.
The way I try to make new hires feel comfortable when they join Cowrywise and integrated to the Cowrywise culture is to take advantage of their first meeting with the finance team, and that would be the onboarding program. I see that as just a small part of a very big process, because I know that they'll have to meet with the leads of other teams as well. But with that opportunity, we're able to get them to see us for the first time for who we truly are. And that would mean we're expressing ourselves like really well, communicating clearly, ensuring that they see us and they understand what we stand for. Now, I'll give an example. Coming late, for example, for such an interaction may be very bad, because it can set the wrong notion in the minds of these new employees or new hires. I try as much as possible to make sure that for all onboarding programs, I'm there on time before anybody even comes to the waiting room. I also try as much as possible to make sure that they understand all the questions that they have to ask around the finance team, right? Their answers, so they feel like a part of the business from the very first day. Try as much as possible to embody the company's culture and values, right, around excellence, right, in the presentations and how we see things. We want them to be wowed by the things they see and hear and how we express those things to them. I think those things make them really settled. The welcoming as well, the way we speak to them, all these things add up. No matter how little they add up to the overall experience. So going forward, if you want someone to continue to have like conversations with you, you want them to be free with you from the very first day. If they see us as uptight from that very first day, you can be rest assured that they will be very careful going forward in our conversations.
I'd say our culture at Cowrywise is unique because of the people. And I say that because the people of Cowrywise are indeed unique themselves. Everybody at Cowrywise comes to work, showing up, doing great work, doing excellent work even. And we've seen really the culture over time really evolve, but maintain a certain standard, right? I joined Cowrywise back in 2018, and over time, I've seen how we've maintained a certain standard that is really enviable across companies. You hear people say, oh, I want to work at Cowrywise because the culture is great. I see from your Instagram that the culture is great. And really what drives that culture is the people of Cowrywise. Everybody shows up with excellence. Everybody shows up wanting to do great work, wanting to deliver excellent work. And of course, the company also encourages and recognizes that effort. And it's just something that we've seen evolve over time, where the people are doing great work and the company is rewarding that. So it's really driven by the people.
So Cowrywise, in my opinion, has like some really special talents. Right? They are very smart and they are very welcoming as well. I can have so many examples of people like looking out for you, right? I can't remember a time where a meeting was due, or maybe I'm like 5-10 minutes away from a meeting and somebody not reaching out to say, hope you're coming for this meeting. So I think that there are a lot of great people at Cowrywise and they're really intelligent. When you have conversations with them, sometimes there's this feeling you have afterwards of you just learn something like out of this world. It's wonderful. I'll say this because I've worked elsewhere. I've worked in other places. I've had experience working in other institutions. I wouldn't say that they were bad institutions. They also had really smart people. But with Cowrywise, it's a mix of people that are very smart as well as very socially aware. And you see the variety. You see some really geeky ones, like people who are just about work, but still very respectful. You see those who are just about having fun, but still getting their job done. I think the uniqueness of the people at Cowrywise is something I will never stop talking about.
My name is Victor, and I lead people operations at Cowrywise.
Hello, my name is Tracy. I'm the organic social marketer for Cowrywise.
My name is Timmy Joel, and I work within the growth team at Cowrywise.
Cowrywise is a bit different from other places I've worked because I'd say that we put a lot of focus on trust and just organic marketing. I work in marketing, so that's why I'm speaking about this. So there's a lot of focus on earning our customers' trust and doing the work necessary to, get people to warm up to us and trust us, which I think it's a bit different in terms of how maybe a lot of corporate bodies would do marketing. So that was the first thing I noticed, and I think it's a special thing about Cowrywise.
People talk about their experiences very differently. I mean, for some people it's the food, for some people it's the flexibility, and that's fine, right? But for me, what particularly makes Cowrywise special, or working at Cowrywise very special, is the sheer quality of people. I look at people and I'm like, gosh, how are you so smart? Gosh, how do you know this much? Gosh, how are you able to solve this problem, right? And it influences my approach to work, the way I think about work, the way I think about my responsibilities, my task. And they tend to influence my personality. I just grow to become a natural leader, right? You see somebody who is breaking boundaries. You see somebody who is, doing challenging stuff. You see people doing stuff that you would just randomly not hear that, some other people are doing in some other random firms, right? And every day, day in, day out, I'm usually very, very impressed. And this starts from the very top, from the CEO himself, right? You get to hear his story and you're like, bro, how did you do this? Down to the very, and Hinton comes and then they're doing magic and you're like, what's going on here, right? So the sheer quality of people that I get to work with, level of the number of smart people I get to work with, they are, amongst a couple other things, that's something I'm very, very, I consider very, very special working at Cowrywise.
I think for me, the one that stands out and readily comes to mind right now was when I first joined Cowrywise. I think maybe a couple of months into Cowrywise, and I wrapped up my master's program at the University of Lagos, and I made a LinkedIn post about it. It was just something, something that was supposed to be, low key, just me posting that, oh hey guys, I finished my master's program. And then I think I woke up the next day and I saw that Razak, that's our CEO, saw that LinkedIn post, had carried it from LinkedIn and put it on general, that's on our Slack channel, and was like, oh, congratulations, Victor. And I'm like, what? I didn't see this coming. So that moment felt, very surreal for me. It made me feel seen, very seen, because it wasn't something I saw coming. I just joined the company a couple of months prior, and I was waking up the next day to, a Slack congratulatory message, and pretty much everybody in the company, just kept saying, "Oh, well done, Victor! Congratulations, Victor!" And all of that. So yeah, I think I'd settle for that. Other very fantastic experiences, but yeah, I'd pick that because I think it was really the first one for me.
I have worked here for maybe about 5 months, less than 6 months, so but in that time I've been told about all the options that are available to me with like professional courses and everything. So I don't know if you know, but a lot of people are actually doing the CFA at Cowrywise. So it's really something, it's an environment where people are like pushing each other and trying to do their best. So I already have my eyes on that as well. But even apart from that, like any course that I've identified within my marketing sphere or even the financial space, HR is already like, okay, just let us know when you want to get started. We're willing to help you. So that's been really cool. I haven't started yet, but I have my eyes on them, and I've already started getting the support that I need, to prepare for that.
I say this every other day, that working at Cowrywise is most likely one of the best decisions I made, one of the best things that has ever happened to my career, right? And every day I would continually be grateful for that. Cowrywise has helped me tremendously in my personal life and in my professional career, right? Speaking of personal life, that's helped to reshape the way I think about life, the way I think about things. It has improved the quality of people I mingle with. It has improved the quality of my thought process, right? Improved so many things around me, really, right? And professionally, it has provided me the avenue and opportunity to learn and work on some of the most impactful projects that will possibly ever exist, right? I currently lead the Careers Ambassadors community with students and recent graduates from over 1,000 schools across the Federation. You don't get to do this every other day, right? I'm also currently preparing for my CFA Level 1 exam. And interestingly, I didn't pay a dime. As expensive as that exam is, I think about $1,500 or thereabouts, right? The total payment for that exam was taken care of by my association to Cowrywise. I was an employee of Cowrywise, and I think amongst many other things, that alone is enough to speak to how Cowrywise has contributed to my professional career.
I think it was sometime last year when Ebenezer, the AVP of People and Culture at Cowrywise, made a statement or a post, and he said that at every time T, the people of Cowrywise are either writing an exam, preparing for an exam, or are just coming back from writing an exam. Sounds really, interesting, but it's the truth. And that statement still holds true till today. And I really don't think it's about writing exams, really. I think it's about how the people of Cowrywise are very passionate about their craft. They are really, really not people who would, just say, oh, I've written this and then that's all. They just want to, so what's the next thing? So what's the next thing? So what's the next thing? So if I were to take my case for an example, I finished my master's program at University of Lagos last year. And this year, I'm starting my MBA program at Quantic School of Business and Technology. Would that have happened if I wasn't at Cowrywise? I don't think so. Maybe it would have happened maybe further down the line, maybe in another 1, 2, 3 years. I would have told myself, take a break. You've just finished the master's program. But the rate at which the people of Cowrywise are never satisfied with, resting on their laurels. They are never satisfied with, the status quo. They just want to keep raising the bar, keep stretching themselves, keep getting better at what they do. It inspires all of us. It inspires everyone at Cowrywise. So it's not one particular person, doing this. It's everybody inspiring themselves, towards getting better at what they do. So I think that that for me has been what has really benefited me in my professional career. The primary reason why Cowrywise exists is to democratize access to wealth for Africans. And I think for me, at the top of how and why I feel connected to the work that my team does and that the company and all other employees do is that common theme. We want to democratize access to wealth for Africans. We want to make an average African able to access wealth management. Of course, there are a lot of other things that make us feel connected. On a lighter note, there's food. We like to say the people of Cowrywise, we like good food. So we connect over that. We also like football. As a matter of fact, it's also embedded into our app. So there are other things that we have, there are other things that we do that we connect and bond over. But at the heart of it is the reason why the company exists in the first place, democratizing access to wealth for Africans.
For my team, I think we're well known for, coming out together, if that's the way to put it. So we're known for speaking with one voice. And I think that's something we strive to build. So together in the team, we're always like, okay, let's figure out what we're going to say, how are we going to tackle this, how are we going to do it together. I think that's very it showcases the company culture because we're always saying that we're better together. So I think my team really encompasses that, and I really like that about us. So yeah, that's something I think we do really well, and that's one way I feel like I'm connected to my team and the culture in general. I'd say that the way Cowrywise treats staff, I know this may sound kind of weird, but it's different. So there are things I don't have to worry about because I work here. I don't have to worry about food, lunch, breakfast, sorted. I'm been here less than 6 months, and I'm already changing my car because I'm supported in that way to be able to do that. So I think it's the way I'm treated as a staff. There are benefits that I have that just make it easy to come to work and be happy to work. And yeah, so from my personal experience, that's what I'd say.
One other interesting thing about working at Cowrywise is how it's almost impossible for your work to get unnoticed or for your work to go unappreciated. It's almost impossible. And for me, there's so many projects I've worked on, so many campaigns, so many tasks that I've worked on, and they would always stand out, and I get compliments, I get feedback, I get appreciated for them, right? But I mean, I think I want to speak to how I felt while I led or while I was leading the launch of the ND Stocks by Cowrywise sometime in 2025, right? That was the highlight of the year for the most of us at Cowrywise, and I remember feeling so good, right? So proud of myself, and I'm proud of every other person on the team, on the growth team that worked on the launch of that product, right? I mean, you're just scrolling randomly on Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn, and then you see people giving compliments and say, "Oh, Cowrywise got me hooked into wanting to buy shares for the very first time in my life," right? I like the way it was communicated. I like the designs. I like the video direction. I like the pictures. People give compliments at the office, the CEO, the CTO, designers, everybody just keep talking about it. I like the content of this email. I like the direction of this copy on LinkedIn. And beyond the glowing, numbers, beyond the glowing designs, whatever you see on social media and every other channels, right? We saw the impact, right, in every of the metrics that we were measuring, right, from number of people who created CSS accounts and started to use the stocks product, number of people who bought their first shares using the Cowrywise app, number of people who have consistently become active investors in the stocks markets, the education, the educational resources that we provided, right? And honestly, I look back and I'm like, gosh, so we did that, right? It's quite impressive, and I am very, very proud of myself and every other person on the growth team that worked on that project.
In 2024, when Cowrywise was trying to hire for a customer experience specialist, over 6,000 people applied in less than 48 hours. 2026, Cowrywise was trying to hire for the same position. In 72 hours, over 20,500 people had applied. I was a part of the recruiting team, and seeing that number was humbling and also made me very proud to work at Cowrywise. When over 20,500 unique individuals want to work in your company, in the same place that you work, I think you should make anybody proud, because it tells you that there's something you must be doing right. There's something that people are seeing that is attracting them to want to work with you. Cowrywise is not the only person paying the salary budgets that was advertised. Cowrywise is not the only company offering the benefits that were also advertised. But it's not often that you will see that amount of people applying for one singular role. So I think for me, that's a recent experience that made me really proud of the work we do at Cowrywise, and that also made me incredibly proud of the culture that we have here.